I'm Finnian.
I'm Ella.
We're from the Santa Barbara Middle School Teen Press, and we're here.
AJ Cady from the International Fund for Animal Welfare.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, how did you come across the story of Hunt Watch?
Well, I first started with the organization back in 1990, believe it or not. So I was 25 years old and started working for the International Fund for Animal Welfare then. And so I've kind of grown up with the issue all along.
And what was your first thought when you found out about the mass killing?
I was just horrified. I knew about it from when I was younger, but like so many people, I thought it had already been ended. And so when I got involved, I was amazed that it was still going on, and I really wanted to do something to help stop it.
What's the most memorable experience that you have while out on the ice?
The most memorable, I would have to say, is there was one day when I was out there just before the hunt started, and I got to watch a mother seal and her pup when the first time it ever went into the water. And being able to have that chance to see wild animals in their own environment, and this little baby seal first learning how to swim was incredible. And then the nightmare for me was the next day going back out on the ice and seeing those same animals being killed by the hunters. It was sort of the best day and then the worst day right afterwards.
Is there any specific evidence that shows that the seal can actually have an impact on fish populations?
Well, there's research that shows that the research shows that seals eat all kinds of different animals. And what any scientist will tell you is that the ocean is so complex that nobody can say for certain what is really happening. They know that, sure, seals eat some cod, but they eat all kinds of other animals as well. And the thing that other people don't like to talk about, and you could ask your biology teachers about this, is they think, oh, well, if we just have fewer seals, we'll have more fish. Well, there's as much science that says that if you took those seals out of the ecosystem, that something else might come along and you might end up with even fewer cod than you have right now. So all the scientists will tell you, leave the wild populations alone, and they're going to be healthier that way than if we try to interfere.
Do you want to ask a question?
Sure. So Greenpeace, when they banned the capture of seals, they accidentally made the Inuit population kind of suffer because that had been their source forever. How can we kind of separate the people and the Inuit population? So how can we separate them if there was to be a law?
Right. Well, here's the irony of how government propaganda works. They've always presented it as if the protest movement was against the Inuit peoples, and we've always been very clear that we don't oppose any type of hunting by by native communities. So even the bans that are in place right now in Europe have exemptions for native peoples. But what the propaganda is they try to talk about that as a way to get people to not vote for a ban. It's very easy. All you would have to do is say native communities that are doing it for legitimate subsistence reasons are still allowed. The U.S. already has that under the Marine Mammal Protection Act, and it's worked wonderfully for 30 years. But it's a good way for the politicians to confuse people.
What can we do as kids to help the seals?
Well, what you guys can do is if you go to IFAW.org, IFAW.org, the website, there's action steps on there. You can also look into, we have an animal action education program that has all kinds of materials that are specifically designed for each grade and that meet all the right curriculum criteria. So you can engage on both of those and bring it into your school and then spread the word about what's happening. You guys, social media, you guys have the power on that to reach all kinds of people that we can't. So just get educated and get involved.
In a past Teen Press interview that was with another team, an interviewee said that film is like a weapon of mass destruction. Drop a bomb on someone and they may die, and show a person a film and it changes them forever. What was your hope for a change in this film?
My hope for change was exactly this, that people who've not heard about this issue, your generation, and people who thought that it's already been solved, will start to see it and start to care again. And you're absolutely right, that if with this and with every other one, if people see what's happening, it changes who you are, and that's what we need, is for people to get involved.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Nice meeting you.
Ask these types of questions. You usually get ones that are really, really simple, and these are really good. So keep it up.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I'm not just saying that. I've been doing interviews for a long time, and most of the journalists don't do their homework. And you guys did your homework on the issue, and you didn't just ask me all softball ones too. The Inuit question and ones like that. That's great. Because everybody has an agenda. I'm going to be trying to push you to my perspective. I think I'm ethical, and I always try to be honest about it. But I'm going to be trying to push this. A government person is going to be trying to push that. Your job and the power of media is to be the representative for everybody and pay attention to what each person is saying, and always just be asking yourself, what's motivating them? What sounds true? What do I need to verify? And if you guys do that, you can do exactly what media is all about. And it's incredibly important. There's a reason why we talk about that there's government, the media is the fifth estate and things like that. You can change the world by asking the right questions and being thoughtful, and then reporting what you see. Great. Thanks a lot. Thank you.